all the old faces and new faces. You know, we have a lot of newcomers. We're very happy to start the season with the players that we so far we brought to the club, the new players and the players that were already on our roster from the last season. I believe, we are in a very good spot right now. I think we are in a very important part of the season, which is the preseason, and how we actually do now and what we did so far in the off season is going to determine in a very important way how it's going to be our season. With all the challenges that will come or are still to come for our team, and every team in the world has challenges during the season, I think the preparation that we will have now is going to be very important, and how we are going to handle later the season. Obviously, we have high expectations because we believe we did this job so far in the off season by the acquisitions we had and the guys that are still to come. It's going to be a better team, more competitive, and the team that will bring our fans and all our supporters and obviously our whole organization much better season and much more enjoyment.
What do you think is the biggest difference with this team from last year?
I think we have more guys who are champions, who were champions, who won, who have more experience, and guys who actually know how to deal with difficult situations. Which again, every team goes through the season, through the long season, through different situations and challenges, and you have to have guys on your team, obviously, and your staff, in your club, guys who know that at that moment you have to be calm and you have to know how to deal with these kind of situations, and for sure get together, make the group, and go through that situation the best, even get stronger. You know, in every situation you gotta get out of that situation stronger.
When you look at the pieces that you've added, especially in midfield with Dax, Juninho, and obviously Nikolic up top, do you have an idea of how you want this team to look and play? Is it going to be similar to what we saw last year? Do you have different formations in mind?
Absolutely. Actually, the acquisitions we had or we had so far are coming from the idea. The idea is to have the team that can control the game, the team that can impose himself, not only playing at home, but away. The team who can adapt, like we always said, and adapt fast. The team that can, in any given situation on the field, recognize what is going on because it's well prepared. The team that can, once have the opportunity, break the opponent and score the goal and win the game. And the team who can handle the last 5 minutes, and you know what I'm talking about, handle the last 5 minutes of the game, which for us last year were terrible in terms of dropping a lot of points and losing games and even in victories, giving away victories. So if somebody can stop that, the fly is killing me here. Okay, but so acquisition and the guys who we have on our team currently, it all comes from the idea of having a very competitive team, the team that can be successful, but also give the good soccer on the field, good experience for our fans, good experience for obviously everyone on our team, and enjoy playing. And again, for me, in terms of what that means, it's very, very clear. We need soccer players who can keep the ball, who can control the game as much as that possible. Obviously, we have to count that opponents are good also, and at some point we will have to suffer in the game. But that's where we also need guys who can understand these kind of situations and be prepared for that, in order to recover well, to get the ball again and control of the game, and obviously always be ready to counterattack and have even more options in attack.
What did you take away from your meeting with Dax last week?
Well, for sure, he's a very, very emotional guy, and I like the way he expressed how he feels at this point. We all have to empathize with that, and we have to respect his time and you know, the situation that he is going through. We understand that, but we also know that he's a winner, and he's a real guy, a real man, a champion, and a guy who, being so self-aware, knows also that with the responsibility that he has, knows that he has to, you know, he has to go through this situation, through this moment. He has to get even, like I said before, stronger, because he's learning a lesson of his life. But also he's smart enough to know that there is a future, and the future is Chicago Fire. Future is us, and the future for him, from our point, is very bright. We are waiting for him here with open arms and waiting for him to come back, to handle all this situation, go through that, then come here cleared with the desire that he played so far, with the same passion, with the same effort on and off the field, and for sure with the leadership that he will bring to our locker room.
I know he was still kind of processing everything, but did you get the idea that or the sense that he embraces the future with you guys?
Absolutely. He's very self-aware, and obviously he didn't expect what happened, and he had to adjust and adapt, and that's what he's doing. I think it's a good circumstance that he's with the national team. He's well in a very good environment. He's with Bruce Arena, who's very experienced, and who we, as a club, also support and wish all the best. And he knows how to handle him, and he knows how to give him the right support. And we're really very appreciative to Bruce and to the U.S. national team for having him there and dealing with this situation too, and obviously giving him the opportunity to be on the highest level for the American player where he can be.
Nelson has said that he felt the team needed a boss or a leader on and off the field, and Dax sort of potentially fills those roles. How important do you think it is for him to get in and start to assume that responsibility?
Well, as soon as he's going to be with us, as soon as he comes to our environment, he will feel that. I already spoke with him, and I told him, this is what we expect from you. I also asked him about how he feels about where he sees his role in our team, and obviously all that exchange of information and the communication that we will still have, and explaining the details of the style we want to play and how he fits our team. It's going to be very helpful for him to fit that role, where we see him as a guy who can play with somebody else next to him, playing by himself in front of the defense, and a guy who can score goals. He's very good in attacking set pieces. He's very good coming from the second line, and obviously very good on the ball. So, with all that I said before, a guy who understands, who recognizes, and who can execute well on the field, I think overall we added to our team a player and a man and a person who will help us be more successful this year.
Juninho and McCarty on the field, theoretically, you might have DeLu as sort of in the hole. Are you happy with, as a playmaker, are you happy with playing DeLu as sort of a central figure, or are you looking maybe for another option in that area?
I think with the current roster we have, I think we have a lot of possibilities in attack, in the midfield, and variations will depend on the preseason. We obviously have enough games and enough time to prepare, but we are also thinking about preparing for the first game at Columbus. For us, it's going to be very important, a good start. So, with all that said, we will, during the preseason, we will determine what is going to be our, again, never giving up from our ideology of being adaptable, but also what is the team and the setup, and who are the guys who can give us a good start of the season in Columbus and further.
You've added some firepower with Nikolic, obviously. Are you still looking for reinforcements in the back or to get better in back?
Well, we just started. I think again, preseason is going to tell us where we have to improve, and of course, theoretically, we all know that there are a couple of spots still to reinforce, and a couple of spots that we have to improve. But it's for us now, during all this time, we are open to all the possibilities. We will see. Again, like we always said, everyone has to earn it, and the preseason is actually very important for the players to prove they did the fitness plan we gave them during the off season. They came prepared for the preseason, and during the preseason, to perform well and get better and prove to the staff and to me that they are ready to play and they are competitive and they deserve the spot on our roster.
Any timeline in mind for replacing Logan in that position?
We are interviewing people every day. For us, I can say that Logan was very important for us on our team. He did a fantastic job. We have a fantastic relation. The day that he left and he communicated that to me, it was a very, very, very good conversation that I'll never forget. I'm very grateful to Logan for everything. And of course, we wish him good luck and more. We wish him success. We wish him to him and his family to be the happiest people in the world. And obviously, we continue with our relationship because we are practically still every day in communication. So, with all that said, we have to now find the assistant coach who can fulfill that role that Logan played very well last year. And we're interviewing people and have a lot of candidates. A lot of people, I can say that a lot of people every day is coming, a lot of emails, a lot of CVs that people wants to join us, which is a very good sign. It looks like we're projecting some expectations, and obviously I'm very happy for that.